Percy and Signal has a really good message about what goes around comes around. This is the 7th episode of the 2nd season of Thomas and Friends, and Percy is playing pranks on various trains, including James and Gordon, and they've had enough of Percy playing pranks and doing tricks, so they decide to pull a prank on him in return and get him into a difficult situation to teach him a lesson. And I think the narrative develops quite well. It was maybe a little slow to begin with. I feel like we could have got to things a little bit more quickly, but generally I didn't feel the pacing was too bad. And as always, the movement of the trains is great. It's always really nice to see them along the tracks. I think we had some really good camera angles, some great facial expressions, some very grumpy, annoyed trains. I love the facial expressions on the engines, and in particular in this episode. And yeah, the message was very clear and very well delivered, I think. Don't play pranks because you never know if somebody's going to try and trick you in return. I think definitely an important message for anybody, but particularly for young children who often like pranks and tricks and getting people into difficult situations, not really realising the consequences of their actions. So this was a fun way to tell the story. Percy's a likeable character, but obviously he displays a very unlikable personality here. And I think the handling of the character worked very well. Definitely not a bad Thomas and Friends episode at all.